amazing grace of Jesus.
Gil's been incredible. We went to the nursing home, we were singing carols, and we sat down to talk to one little deaf lady, and it's just so moved that we would just sit and stop and listen to her. And so often in our crazy busy city lives, we're so busy, so frenetic, that we miss such opportunities to share the gospel. Love equals time. And being able to spend that quality time just with one little grandma just changed her day, just changed her life, and like just seeing those tears well up in her eyes, and just know that it's been a really special time. Yeah, Jesus stopped for the one, and so should we.
I loved yesterday going to the Kui place where the old people were. There was a lady there that I got talking to, and she was just absolutely blown away by all the young people just coming in and chatting to all the old people. Like, she must have said it about 15 times, and it was just like, I didn't think we would have meant that much. I thought like they'd forget us the next day. But oh, it was just great seeing that, and it was just great to be back in the country and back just remembering how friendly everyone is and how lovely it is out here, and the way that God moves out here is just so unique compared to the city, and I just loved being a part of it again. It's great.
Gil's a place where lots of friendly people are at. One of the things which I'll take away from being here this year is just having a chat with someone in relation to how they approach their faith, and not so much being about the do's and the don'ts, but just being with God and just trying to think about how they can change that in terms of using that in their ministry to youth here in Gilgandra. So that's one thing which I think is really cool that's happened here and people are growing in. So yeah, go Gil.
I was just really encouraged to see that, yeah, in Gilgandra, like, God isn't just present in the city, He's present in the small country town. It's awesome to see how on fire people are for God, and yeah, it's really encouraging to see the unity between all the churches here.
Gilgandra, I loved it. One of my favourite parts was painting the plaster things and getting my own arm painted by some of the kids, which is washed off now. Actually, the best thing was like being able to encourage them, getting encouraged, and just meeting all the guys from Gil. It's my first time.
Gilgandra's been fantastic, first time for me. My glasses got wonky on the first night from one of those crazy youth group games. It's been really, really good. I've been able to encourage the people here and get to know them and see that wherever you go, there's just always people that love the same God. Amazing here in Gilgandra with 6 churches, how they all just work so close together, and the unity that they have amongst them. It's been a short trip. It'll be great to stay here for longer and spend more time on the farm, spend more time with the people who, who just really need the encouragement in this place where they have all sorts of problems.
Yeah, and it's been a great opportunity for me to just seek God through worship, through action, through getting out into the community, through getting alongside these great guys and girls out here, through the worship that we've been doing, and through hanging out with old people in the old folks' home and singing them Christmas carols, and they loved that, and that was just awesome. And be able to come out here and share time on the farms and hanging out and riding motorbikes and just experiencing some good times of fellowship together and food, and it's just been a fantastic time for me personally, and yeah, I'm very blessed to be part of this.
I'm talking to one of the ladies from Gilgandra, and I was just struck immediately with her heart for Jesus, and it was just there. And last year when we were here, they were praying for the drought to be broken, and this year the rain has come at probably an inconvenient time, and it's affected a lot of the harvesters. But she was just talking about God's sovereignty and His rule in Gilgandra and in their lives as a family, and just her desire for the other farmers that might not know Jesus and might not have that same belief in Him and His sovereignty, that she just desires them to also see him and know his heart.
What I love about Gilgandra and what I've taken away this time again is the real genuineness in the people here. We've been so welcomed into their church, into their farms, into their youth group, and they just seem to be able to accept people without that pretense. Even the things that we've been able to do with them, getting alongside them as we've gone into the city and into the main street, and did the face painting with the kids that they organised there. It was just such a simple thing. They just go about things in a really simple and genuine and loving way. There's no like, look at us, aren't we fantastic? It's just about getting in there, and I've really been able to learn from that again, and I've really been able to sense a real welcoming vibe as soon as I walked into Gilgandra again this year, and I'm really looking forward to coming back next year and seeing how much the youth have grown again and being able to just enjoy the company that they give us.
Or a moment from our time in Gilgandra this year was that I went into the nursing home, Kui Lodge, to do some carols. We were chatting with the old people beforehand, and one of the old men was just crying and really sad, and he was apologising, and he wasn't quite sure why he was crying, but he was really sad. And I just spoke some comforting words to him and just hoped that and prayed that our visit would cheer him up. And after we'd sung the carols and had a great time, I went back to him, and he was just beaming with such a smile, and he was saying, I'm happy, over and over to me. And it just really, it brought me great joy, and it just shows me that just things that we think are so simple and are so easy for us to do just can make such a difference to someone's life and just bring so much encouragement to them.
Something that really encouraged my heart last night was seeing invited some people to come forward for prayer, and one of the first people, I think maybe the first person to stand up for prayer was one of the key leaders here. I just thought that was beautiful, just the fact that we can come here as Soul Survivor and hopefully encourage him a little bit in what he does here, and stand beside him and minister to him and allow him to receive and be prayed for, and just be encouraged to keep doing what he's doing.
Living for you, my Lord.